Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Izam, and today will be the second in the series of watercolor character painting. So I am going to paint the fox in watercolor. I am using Tayasui Sketches Pro app on my iPad Pro. You can be using any kinds of iPad as long as you can run Tayasui Sketches Pro. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So today we're going to draw a very cute fox. I'm going to break it down very easily for you. So let's have the second watercolor brush. I'm going to set the opacity to the highest, and I'm going to set the size to about, I think, 60, and I'm going to change the color to orange. Let's pick an orange color. I think this color will be good, orangey red. So let's begin. We begin by drawing a box, something like this. Okay. So this is a box. Okay, this box will be slanted at an angle, something like that. Okay, and we're going to draw this, something sticking out at the corner of the box. 1 and 2. All right, and then now below the box at this corner here, just draw something like this. Okay, this is the body. So carry on and draw downwards like that, and have a hump like that over here. And then we draw a big round nut over here, something like this, an oval shape, something like that. All right, that's easy, isn't it? Okay, so draw something like this. So now what we're going to do is, we're not going to dry the paint yet. We're going to change the color to this, a beige color, or slightly an off-white, or I don't know, a very light orange color. And we're going to stretch out the box like this at the bottom corner here. As you can see, I'm going to zoom in, see how the color mix in like this. Let the color mix like that. So this will be the face of the fox. See how it blends in, orange to slightly yellow or a beige color, very light. So at this here is going to be a sharp point. All right, so have it curved like this. Okay, all right, and over here just have like that. This is the hair on the head, so just add some more color over here, and we're done. Let it dry. Great. So now we're going to draw the nose. So we're going to change the color to black. So choose black, and then just color it in. So as you can see, this is a bit too big. Okay, don't be afraid, you can just undo. Tap 2 fingers to undo, and I'm going to resize it smaller, and just continue, something like this at the tip, and let it dry. So this is done. So the next thing that we're going to do is, we're going to have the smallest brush, the first one, and we're going to change the opacity to the highest, set the size to about 8, and we're just going to draw something like this. That's the eyes, okay, and the eyebrow. That's it, and let it dry. So the next thing we're going to do is, we're going to define the ears. All right, so let's change the color to a brown color, and you're going to change, let's change the watercolor brush to this second one, change the size to a smaller one, about 15, and let's begin by coloring here. Ears are usually triangle, so keep it like that. We're going to draw the inner ear, something like this. Keep it here flat, and over here as well. So now we can go ahead and dry it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to change the color. After we draw the inner ear, which is dark, we're going to draw outside of the ears. We're still going to choose the brown color. Okay, so now we're going to lower the opacity and then begin coloring here. You can leave a gap here, alright, to show that this is above and this is behind. Do the same thing for here. And then over here you can continue to add some darker color here as well, and here and here. Over here we're gonna define the legs. Okay, so just have draw a line and like that, curve it like that. Have another one like that, and draw here to define the tail. You see, this is the big tail, very bushy, so I'm just gonna draw it like that. So there's some shadow over here. Now we're gonna use the water brush to pull the ink away. To show you what I mean, tap here, that's the water brush. Now make sure you set the opacity to the lowest, set the size to about maybe 18 or 20, and begin to pull the color out like this so that it will look blurry, not so defined. Something like this. But be careful of here for the legs and the tail. We want the definition, the defined line here, but not over here, because here is where the shadow is, so you can drag the color out here, but not here. Alright, so over here you can also drag the color out like that. Same goes with this, and let it dry. The next thing we're going to do is the furry chest or the belly. So to do that, we need to have this watercolor brush, and we have to change the opacity to the highest and change the color. Again, we're going to choose this color. It's just one step below the light brown. So let's begin by painting over here. I'm going to zoom in so you can see what I'm doing. Just have a stroke, make it look as if it's furry, just like that, and let it dry. You can draw some more. Because watercolor is light, you have to keep on adding ink, adding more pigment or paint so that it looks more defined, and let it dry. Alright, so now we can use the brown color, this dark brown color, set the opacity to about 50%, and then we can define this furriness by adding some light strokes over here to show that, oh yeah, it's furry. And over here, let it dry. So this is done. So the next thing we can do is paint over here, okay, because it's below the head, so the shadow will be here. And then next thing we have to do is add some details here, some textures. For this, you can either choose this, the smallest brush, and set the opacity to about 70. And then let's begin by having some lines over here. So if you're happy, you can let it dry and it's done. You can have it, all these furry things, on a different layer if you want, because if you don't want it, you can always switch off the layer. Let's add some details to the tail. So I'm going to use this same color again, use this brush, the second one, and set the opacity to the highest, and I'm just going to add here, okay, the tip of the tail. And I think for this one I'm going to choose this, a much lighter color. And let it dry. If you want, you can have another layer, put it at the bottom, and we can set the size of this second brush much higher, set the opacity lower, and I'm going to choose this dark brown color and just add some ground over here where the fox is sitting on. Use the water brush to drag the color out. Let it dry. Change it back again. Set the opacity to the highest and add some darker color right below the fox. And drag the color using the water brush. And we're done. So what I'm going to do now is just use the Indian ink pen, is what I like to call it, and I'm gonna just write the title. Alright, so I hope you can draw your fox nicely, and if it's not nice, you think it's not nice, you can try again. So I hope you liked this video, and if you do give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe because you will get notifications whenever I put up new videos on my channel. So with that said, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.